They've been called hardcore punk for the thinking men. Hi, I'm Rebecca Brayton, and welcome to WatchMojo.com. And in our latest music interview, host Stephanie gets to chat with Jay of prolific punk band Bad Religion.
Everybody wants to dance in a playpen, but nobody wants to play in my garden.
Bad Religion has been given credit for restarting the punk revival in the late 1980s. Do you agree with that, and how would you say you guys have done that, if so?
I don't agree with that. I think that some people thought that because we put out a couple of records that are looked back on now as quote-unquote historical, but at the time they sold 2,000 units. So when you really talk about kickstarting something, I'm not sure how big of a part it played in it. I think there was a lot of factors that happened to really kind of open this up, not the least of which was Nirvana. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I think maybe in hindsight people can say that, but at the time it certainly wasn't.
And you guys have been together for a really long time, almost 30 years, I guess?
Yeah, I gotta go home. I'm tired.
So you guys have obviously learned a lot in that time. And I was actually wondering, you know, perhaps what is your most important lesson, or I guess there's more than one, that you guys have learned?
Maybe the most important lesson in music is don't stop. Don't quit. Don't break up because you're unhappy with your popularity or whatever. I mean, it's an art, and if you like it, if you really do it for passion, you would never want to stop.
You guys have had lineup changes, you know, you've went on breaks, and even a lot of you have solo projects or side projects. So what is it that has kept you guys together all this time?
When we started the band, I think we had a philosophy that it was important to maintain each other's individuality, which meant that when we were sitting in our singer's garage writing songs and playing, that was the collective of the band. And when that was over and everybody went home, that was the individual. And so there was no phone call saying, oh, you have to wear a red shirt tomorrow. Nothing like that ever. No collective flag, no hey, we are. And that was really important. So I think that helped us a lot to kind of stay out of each other's lives and not have that irreconcilable differences, which is always personality issues. As we were writing songs and growing and getting into the studio and started putting out records, the first record we put out, which was called How Could Hell Be Any Worse, was moderately successful for a bunch of 16, 17-year-olds. We didn't realize it at the time, but I think because of that, there was a lot of ego involved. There were issues of self-importance, which were completely diminished by the next record called Into the Unknown. That was a lesson in saying, look, this isn't the most important thing in the world. This is a hobby, and it's something that we all really enjoy, but we can never take it that seriously and never think that this is the most important thing. It's not a cure for cancer. It's not a Nobel Prize winning peace treaty. Mm-hmm. It's just art.